Okay, wonderful. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for dropping by this morning. This is officially day 2 of the Magic. We're doing the 28-day program of the Magic. Wonderful book, the Magic by Rhonda Byrne. Again, I just remind you that if you haven't picked up a copy, do the author the gratitude of grabbing a copy of this so that we can show our appreciation. This is going to be such an amazing experience over the next 28 days. We're going to spend a little bit of time reading the book together. Then we're going to spend some time talking about the gratitudes in there. And we're also going to learn some extra things. The nice part about this is we're going to keep every class to a maximum of 30 minutes. Some of them might be shorter than that, depending on how the conversation goes. And yeah, this is just an opportunity for you and for each of us to just fill our hearts with that gratitude and allow ourselves to bring that joy to ourselves so that we can then help push it out to others. And the goal of this, I've always said my goal is to make Rimbey the healthiest community in Alberta. But now with the help of the internet, we're not going to limit it just to Rimbey. We have people on this call now from all parts of the United States, which is fantastic. A good friend of mine, Gary, who's in my mastermind group, we meet at 7 o'clock on Saturday mornings, and we have a call before this one. And I'm just very blessed that he's on this call. So I'm blessed to have all of you join me here today. So I hope you can feel it in my smile, and that this just brings me such joy. So what a better way to start a Sunday morning. So why don't we get started? What I'll do is, if you want, I'm going to give you about 30 seconds. Just you take yourself off mute and just say good morning to the group if you like. And so we can honor you and just say your name and say good morning. Okay.
Hi, I'm Emma. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Hi, I'm Vivian. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Vivian.
It's Kim. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's Cameron. Good morning.
Good morning, Cameron.
Gary. Good morning.
Wonderful.
It's Heather. Good morning.
Good morning.
Awesome. Beautiful. All right. Wonderful. I was just saying that Gary was on my mastermind call. The other gentleman, Cameron Kierden, is also one of the gentlemen. I have to tell you, and we talk about gratitude and blessings. These fine gentlemen, and Coral Grant is the fourth one in our mastermind. So it's like our coffee group on Saturday mornings. We get up and we start our days with a process like this. We go through our wins. We talk about working together, and we get to celebrate the successes of each other. And one of the things that came up in the conversation this morning was about how when you allow someone to stand in their light and be proud of what it is that they're doing, you have two options. You can live there. Oh, I'm just going to mute everybody. There we go. So I just put everyone on mute so that so the background noise is less. But what I was saying is that when you are willing and able to share in other people's gratitude, you bring yourself to that next level. And here's the example that came up this morning is, imagine you have a favorite sports team that you're playing, that you're watching. My favorite team is the Edmonton Oilers. They've been my team since I was little. But when you watch an Edmonton Oilers game and the Edmonton Oilers win the hockey game, or they win a championship, you get to put on the smile and you get to cheer and you get to feel that. You get to share in their joy in that moment. Now, I didn't play the game for them, but I was able to put myself into that vibration and feel that joy for them. And one of the things that came up in the discussion this morning was the difference between being competitive and being creative. And creative is when you are able to share in that joy with them. And so as we start this conversation this morning, I want to give you another example of that. When you're having a conversation with someone and they tell you something that's wonderful that's happened to them, you have two options. In our class, we talk about the ability to flip your emotions from those of fear to those of love. If someone tells you something that they've done that they're really proud of, you have the option to go to that place of the negative side, and you can create jealousy, and you can be like, oh, you lucky so-and-so, like I'm never that lucky. You can create that jealousy, or you have the ability to flip to that side of love and actually share in their joy. You have the ability to actually jump in and share in that same emotion that they have. And so that's what I want to talk to you a little bit about this morning when we go through, is as we start this process and we get to talk about the things we're grateful for, put yourself into the other person's emotion. Share that joy with them. Share that gratitude. Share that gratefulness with them, and bring yourself to that level. See, because when we play in the creative plane, when we play in that area, it becomes an extra shot for you. It becomes that extra little, almost like an addiction, where I can share in the joy and the excitement of someone else's pleasures as well as my own. And it's free. No one can take that away from you. You have the ability to do that. So keep that in your mind as we go through this morning. I'm going to have a few people that are interested share some of the things that they're grateful for, and put your heart and put your mind into their feelings, and just feel the joy and the gratitude that they share with those things. And what it does is it's going to bring you to that next level. And it might even open up your mind to be more aware of things that you can be grateful for. So thank you very much. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to flip. I'm going to share my screen really quickly with the PowerPoints we were going through yesterday. I'm just going to make sure that I can make this work. And we'll go from here. Share. Wonderful. So just going back to what we talked about yesterday, day one was count your blessings. And the first thing was a quote: better to lose count while naming your blessings than to lose your blessings to counting your troubles. And again, it comes back to that law of attraction. If you wake up in the morning and you say, oh, my day is so hard, there's so much going on, I don't know how I'm going to get through it. My relationship is in trouble. My kids are driving me crazy. When you put energy around those things, you create more of them. But if you lie there in bed and you count your blessings, I'm so thankful and grateful for the bed that I'm in, the covers that I have, the warm water that's running, the beautiful people in my lives, the relationships I'm growing. I'm so happy and thankful for everyone I'm going to make smile today. All of a sudden you get to feel that. And we know that vibration of gratitude is right up there in those highest vibrations, along with love and joy and freedom and bliss. You bring yourself to that level right off the hop in the morning. So enjoy that, feel that, take that into your heart. So yesterday's job was to list the 10 items, 10 items per day, and put them into a sentence. So you write down your gratitudes, and then you write down why. And because the why is where the real emotion comes through. It's why are you grateful for these things? So yesterday I had asked everyone to make sure you grab some kind of a book that you can write in, that's going to be your new your learning tool. So by the end of 28 days, you'll have over 280 blessings that you've written down, and you have 280 different reasons why you're able to be happy. So I'm just going to pop off of this share here, and we'll just go through some of that. So I'll just share. I'm not going to share all 10 of mine, but if you want to look through your list of those 10 items, feel free to list a couple of them. Oh, I'm actually going to go back. Let's go back to this for a second. Being day two, I want to throw this out there before we even start going through this. Throw out the no brag rule. Now, a lot of people in their lives have been taught that it's not a good thing to brag about your successes or brag about what you have, or to speak really highly of those things. And we're always kind of told, you know what, maybe you should just damper that, because you don't want to make anybody feel bad by saying that. Well, here's the thing. This call is about making everybody feel good. You have the ability to take on those things, those gratitudes that other people have, and feel the joy for them, feel the joy with them, and feel the joy in your own heart. Because the more that you do that, the more this amplifies, the bigger effect it's going to have. So enjoy the abundance in their lives and enjoy the abundance in your life, because you have the ability to create that in your system, right? So I would love, if I can see on the screen, I want a thumbs up to say, I promise to throw out the no brag rule, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to enjoy that. So that's lesson number one for today. The second lesson, this is a lesson I learned from Brené Brown in one of her books. And she talks about foreboding joy. Now, what foreboding joy is that when things are going really well in your life, that anthropological effect in our body to keep us safe is always running in the background. And so when things are going really well, sometimes we start, that little fear kicks in that says, this is all too good to be true. This can't last. We can't be this lucky in life. We can't be this abundant. Something bad's going to happen to us, or this happiness can't last, or this relationship I'm in is just too perfect. It can't stay like that. That is foreboding joy. What you're doing is you're taking that level of joy and that level of gratitude, and you're stifling it, you're pushing it down so that it gives you, so you feel safer. It's like, I can't be this happy because something bad's going to happen, or I can't enjoy this much because it's too good to be true. Stop it. Enjoy it in that moment, because I can tell you that the more gratitude you share, the more you live in that vibration, the more good things are going to happen. And it doesn't serve you at all to start looking at what could possibly go wrong, because then you're putting energy around that. Continue to just live in the moment and enjoy that and be present in that moment. See, a lot of times we can even steal the good things that are going on by spending too much time worrying about what could happen instead. Just spend time in that moment and just feel that. So I'm just going to give you a couple of mine. Of course, my blessings, of course, on day one, my blessings are going to be my family. I am truly blessed to have Heather in my life, because she fills my life with joy and happiness and organization and love and tenderness. Along with that come my two boys, Jared and Tyler, the love of my life. They're 17 and 15 right now, turning into such amazing young men. Jared inspires me to be the best me that I can possibly be. And Tyler teaches me how powerful I am. So I teach this stuff, I practice this stuff, and you come home and of course, sometimes you fall out of that realm, and he's just there to pick me up and go, no, Dad, you keep those positive thoughts, and he just moved me forward. So those are three things that are just absolutely dear to my heart. And every day it brings me such joy to think about them. So I'm going to open up the mics for a couple seconds. Let's just take a couple minutes. This is your opportunity to share your joys and share your blessings. So I'm going to open the mic up for about 2 minutes. It's always tough to kind of manage these things. So if you want to speak up very quickly, or wait your turn, and we'll do. I'm going to let 4 people speak. All right. Now that little voice in the back of your head says, maybe mine's not important, or maybe I don't want to brag. Throw that out. This is your opportunity to share, to put a smile on it, to feel that love for those people and those gratitudes. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Okay. Ready, go. Who wants to go first? You got to take yourself off mute first.
I can go first.
Patrick.
Okay, go ahead.
It's Lana. I just wanted to say how grateful I am for the freedom of retirement, because it allows me to choose what I want to do. After 40 years of work, I get to choose what I want to do.
Beautiful, beautiful. Freedom, that's wonderful. Thank you so much, Lana. Who's next?
I can go, Pat.
Okay.
I am grateful for my home. It protects me, it shelters me, it gives me a venue to entertain, it gives me a place to huddle in, sheltered, and just be me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Wonderful, thank you. And a great entertainer you are.
Yeah, thanks.
Who else?
I'm really happy for my great health.
Wonderful.
Because it allows me to spend all my time working on what I really want to do, and I don't have to, because being sick or being ill is also something that takes a lot of time. It's a full-time job, so I'm really happy that I have good health.
Absolutely. And being grateful for your health allows you to have more great health. Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. Who else? We got time for 2 more.
It's Vivian. I'm grateful for the internet. If it wasn't for that, we wouldn't even be here today. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. The number of things that we have at our fingertips now is just phenomenal. And gratitude's a great one. You could spend a whole day just looking up gratitude on the internet and just fill your bucket completely. Thank you, Vivian. Who else? We got time for 1 more.
Good morning, Patrick. It's Audrey. I'm thankful for my mind because I can count my blessings.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing, Audrey. Absolutely. The mind is just such a phenomenal tool that we have. And we have the ability to change our mind. We have the ability to think big things. And everything that we've created on this planet comes from that mind. And when we put that mind to good use, it's limitless, absolutely limitless. Wonderful. All right, this is fun. I got time for one more. Who's sitting there with that little lump in their throat that says, oh, I should share, maybe I shouldn't share? There's no competition in this. This is all creative. Whatever you have to say is beautiful.
My first thoughts were, I'm just so thankful for the new day when I wake up. I'm sitting here, the peace and quiet in the house, and time to reflect of what you're going to do for the rest of the day and the friends that you're going to meet. And just thankful for life in itself, my health, and everything that goes around.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That was one of the things I've learned this year that I hadn't done before, is just in that moment of quiet first thing in the morning, is to take a few minutes and just be grateful and just be blessed with everything we have in our life. And it's all starts to compound. Everything starts to get better when we have a chance to think like that. Wonderful. All right. Thanks, everyone. Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate that. Okay, so I'm just going to go pop back to my slide here for a second. Here we go. Share. So the magic on day 2. Now, does anybody want to read one of the pages? It's only 4 pages in this. I'll give you the option if you want to jump in.
I'll read.
Okay, who's that?
Emma.
Emma, terrific, Emma.
Esther will read.
Okay, so Emma, you can read the first page. Esther, you can read the second page, page 38.
Okay.
Okay. I'll read 39 and 40, and then that will pretty much bring us to the end. Wonderful.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay, day 2, the magic rock. Reflect upon your present blessings, of which every man has plenty, not on your past misfortunes, of which all men have some. Charles Dickens. In the beginning of working with these practices, it takes concentrated days in a row to make gratitude a habit. Anything that reminds you to be grateful is helping you turn your life into gold with gratitude. And that's exactly what this magical practice is about. I'm not sure, it doesn't say her name. She's asking, this is Presley. Say hi. Sit down because I'm reading. Okay. I'm going to read that sentence again. Anything that reminds you to be grateful is helping you turn your life into gold with gratitude. And that's exactly what this magical practice is about. Lee Brower presented the Gratitude Rock practice in The Secret Film and book when he told us the story of the father of a dying child who used a gratitude rock to be grateful for his son's health, and his son made a miraculous recovery. Since then, the gratitude rock has been a proven success with many people the world over who have used it for money, healing, and happiness.
First, find a rock or a stone. Choose a small size that fits in the palm of your hand and that you can close your fingers around. Choose a rock that is smooth, without sharp edges, not too weighty, and that feels really good in your hand when you hold it. You can find a magic rock from your garden if you have one, or from a riverbed, creek, ocean, or park. If you don't have easy access to any of these places, then ask your neighbors, family, or friends. You may even have a precious rock or stone already that you can use as your magic rock. When you have found your magic rock, put it by your bedside in a place where you will definitely see it when you go to bed. Clear some space if necessary so that you can easily see your magic rock when you go to bed. If you use an alarm clock, put it next to your alarm clock. Tonight, just before you get into bed to go to sleep, pick up your magic rock, hold it in the palm of your one hand and close your fingers around it. Think back carefully through all the good things that happened during the day and find the best thing that happened that you're grateful for. Then say the magic words, thank you, for the best thing that happened, Return the magic rock to its place by your bed, and that's it. Every night for the next 26 days, follow the same magic rock practice. Before you go to sleep, think back through the day and find the best thing that happened.
That day. While holding your magic rock in your hand, be as grateful as you can for that thing and say thank you. Using a rock, using a rock seems like such a simple thing to do, but through this practice, you will see magical things begin to happen in your life. When you look for the best thing that happened during the day, you will search through many good things that happened. And in the process of searching and then deciding on the best one, you are actually thinking of many things you're grateful for. You will also be ensuring that you go to sleep and wake up in gratitude each day. The Count Your Blessings and Magic Rock practices will ensure that you begin and end your day in a state of gratitude. In fact, they are so powerful that together they would change your life in a few months. But this book is designed to change your life really fast through an abundance of magical practices. Because gratitude is magnetic and attracts more things to be grateful for, the concentration of gratitude over 28 days will intensify the magnetic force of your gratitude. When you have a strong magnetic force of gratitude, like magic, you automatically magnetize everything you want and need to you. Magic reminder, be sure to read tomorrow's magical practice sometime today, as you will need to collect some photographs before you begin. So again, reminder, we'll read day 3 later on or on your own after this call. So magic practice number 2, the magic rock. So of course, this is a build on from yesterday. So number 1 is repeat steps 1 to 3 of magic practice. Number 1, count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you're grateful. Reread your list. And at the end of each blessing, say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Number 2, find a magic rock and put it at your bedside. 3, before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in your hand and think of the best thing that happened today. Say the magic word, thank you, for the best thing that happened today. Repeat the magic rock practice every night for the next 26 days. And then number 6 is read tomorrow's magical practice. So I'll let you read over chapter 3 by yourselves tonight, and we'll go from there. So I'll just show you. Interestingly enough, I've had a habit of liking to collect rocks. Maybe it was my my upbringing that it was cheaper to pick up a souvenir than it was to buy a souvenir. So I'll just show you. This is the rock that's going to be my magic rock. I got this off the beach in Santa Monica this summer when we were out there actually at a gratitude function. This one here is from Miraval in Tucson, Arizona, when I was there meeting a group of individuals and on a relief trip. And this one I actually picked up on the top of the mountain in Lake Louise. It's called the Big Beehive, and carried it all the way back with me as a good reminder. This was an awesome day spent with my boys. So gratitude is something that you can bring into your life and use at any given point. So we have a few extra minutes left over. Does anybody want to have anything that they'd like to say or they'd like to add? Anything that's come up in the last couple of days? I'm going to give this, if we've got time, the classes are always going to be a maximum of an hour and a half. So we've got 6 minutes left. If there's anybody that has a story or something they'd like to share around gratitude, this is your opportunity. And if not, we'll finish the call a few minutes early. Any thoughts? Everybody's on mute, so you got to take yourself off mute before you can speak.
For those of us who are waiting for our books through Canada Post to finally arrive, could you please read practice for us?
Yes, I'll read the third day. That's a great point. Thank you, Jean, for that. And I know Gary had also mentioned that he hadn't had a chance to get the book. So we got a couple minutes. Sure, I'll just read through it really quickly. So the magical relationships. Imagine if you were the only person on earth. You would have no desire to do anything. What would be the point in creating a painting? No one could see it.
Patrick, I think it's cutting out a bit. Is it cutting out for anyone else? Or is that me? Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it cut out.
Okay. Let's give him a minute to come back here. It looks like the internet's. Okay. Okay, so I'll just start reading, and then when he hops back in, he can go. So day 3, magical relationships. Imagine if you were the only person on earth. You would have no desire to do anything. What would be the point in creating a painting if no one could see it? What would be the point in composing music if no one